Okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. I hope that we're all having a wonderful start to our morning or your day or whenever it is that you're able to get to your mat. And yeah. So today we're going to start in Sukhasana. So come find your comfortable seat, ground your sits bones into the floor. Lengthen up through the spine all the way up to the crown of your head. Take your palms and plant them into your thighs. And just give yourself a few moments here as you settle into the seat. Begin to tune inwards, noticing here how you feel. Maybe begin to soften your eyes or even close your eyes. Giving yourself that time to notice how it is that you feel right here, right now. And then just begin to focus in on that natural breath. Still sitting up nice and tall. And then notice on your inhales as your belly begins to expand and rise. And then as you exhale and you release and you let go and your belly begins to lower back down. And then again on your inhales, your belly expands, rising up through the ribs, all the way into your chest. And then as you exhale and you release, letting go, the belly begins to lower back down. Maybe you notice now that your inhales are getting a little longer. Try and keep your exhales just as consistent. You're inhaling for 4, exhale for 4. You're inhaling for 3, exhale for 3. Fully, completely expanding the front torso of your body. And then as you exhale, releasing, letting go as the belly begins to lower back down. And then take one more full inhale through the nose. And then exhale, sigh it out. And then bring your attention back in on that natural breath. But still fully, completely aware of exactly how your body feels right here, right now. And if your eyes are closed, you can begin to flutter them open. Here, becoming more aware. And then just begin to take some shoulder shrugs. And these can be as big or as small as you may need them to be. And then reverse the shrugs and take them in the opposite direction. Good. And then find that nice lengthened seat. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. And then exhale, right hand's going to come down as you tip over into your side bend. Gazing up and over the left arm. But you don't want to crunch too much into your right hip. Option to always bend the elbow. And then continue to breathe, following your inhales and your exhales. And then inhale back through center. And exhale, left hand's going to come down as you tip over into the side bend. Here, you're going to awaken the right side of your body, gazing up and over the right arm. And again, inhale, come through center. And then exhale, release the arms down to the sides. And then begin to take those shoulder shrugs again. And then again, in the opposite direction. Good. And find your stillness once again in this grounded seat. And then take your right hand, place it on your left thigh. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. And then begin to exhale, twist towards the left, gazing up and over the left shoulder. You can take the left hand behind like a kickstand. And then every time you inhale, see if you can grow taller. And then as you exhale, maybe you're able to twist just a little more. And then turn your cheek and look over the right shoulder, still keeping the twist. And then gaze back over the left shoulder. And come back through center. Take a moment, inhale. And then as you exhale, begin to twist towards the right. Left hand's gonna come on that right thigh. Right hand comes behind. And then gaze up and over the right shoulder. And then gaze over the left shoulder, still keeping the twist. And then back over the right shoulder. And then come back through center. Okay, take a moment here. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. And then open the arms out like wings, feeling your shoulder blades down the back, hugging in towards one another. Here, creating more space in the chest. Begin to lift the gaze. Strong through the arms, strong through the fingers. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, arms alongside the body. Okay, take a moment here. And then reach the arms out to the sides. Here, we're going to begin to take some circles, moving slowly. And then gradually making them bigger. And then pause, go in the opposite direction, starting off small. And then beginning to grow the circles even bigger. Good, come to stillness. Inhale, arms are gonna reach up. And then exhale, begin to hinge forward at the hips as you fold over your legs. You notice that your booty's kind of popping off the mat. Maybe you walk your hands back just a little bit and then begin to release the front body down. Just breathe into the stretch. So inhale. And then exhale. Maybe see if now you can walk your fingertips out just a little more. And then inhale, begin to walk yourself back up to sit. Switch the crossing of your legs. Find that grounded seat again. And then inhale, arms are gonna come up. And then exhale, begin to fold over the legs. Same thing, keep the sits bones grounded into the mat. So if you feel them like popping up, walk yourself back to start. And then follow your breath and let it guide you into your fold. So inhale. And then exhale and see if you're able to walk the fingertips out just a little more. Use the breath as a guide. And then inhale yourself back up to sit. Take a few moments here, getting seated again in this comfortable position. Okay, now begin to tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. Noticing the stretch on the left side of the neck. And then begin to walk the left fingertips out. Just a little bit. Inhale. And then exhale, begin to tilt the chin forward, walk the fingertips back in as you move the neck over, and then your left ear comes to your left shoulder. And then begin to walk the right fingertips out. And feeling the stretch on the right side. Little movements can do a lot. And walk the fingertips back in, roll the neck down and over to the right as you then begin to walk the left fingertips out. And begin to roll, chin down towards the chest, walking the fingertips in, and then once more, right fingertips come out, and the left ear on the left shoulder. Good, and then walk the fingertips back in, tilt the chin down towards the chest. Begin to roll the right ear to the right shoulder. And then maybe this time you begin to roll behind slowly, bringing the left ear to the left shoulder. And then tilt the chin in towards the chest, rolling the right ear to the right shoulder. Pause here, inhale. And then exhale, tilt the chin down. And then left ear to left shoulder. And then behind slowly. And coming back to that centered seat, crown of your head reaching up. Good, bring the knees into the chest, and then extend the legs out long on the mat. Here you want to flex through the feet. Sit up nice and tall, don't collapse in the spine. And then inhale, reach your arms up. And then as you exhale, begin to hinge forward at the hips again as you fold over your legs. Now your hands don't have to come to your feet or to your toes. Maybe you place your hands down on your shins or right beside you. Find the fold that works for you as long as you're not hunching into your back. And then begin to release the front body down. Again, breathing into the stretching, not losing our breath. One more inhale. And then exhale, walk yourself back up to sit. Cross over your shins, then come onto your hands and your knees. Okay, so here we're going to get situated in our tabletop position. You want to check in, make sure that your wrists are aligned with your shoulders and your knees are stacked underneath your hips. Look down, make sure that your fingertips are spread nice and wide. And then begin to take some circles, awakening the wrists and the hips. Again, they can be big or little. Start off listening to your body and move in ways that feel right for you. And then pause, and then reverse the circles, go in the opposite direction. Good, and then come to stillness in your tabletop position. Okay, take a moment here. And then inhale, push through your hands, arch your back, lift your gaze into your cow pose. And then exhale, round the back, engage the belly, bring your gaze in towards the navel. You're gonna round the back into your cat pose. Then inhale to lift and arch. And exhale to round and curl. Inhale into your cow. And exhale into your cat. Continue these cats and cows, moving with your own breath. Inhaling to lift and arch, and then exhaling to round and curl. Good, and then come to stillness. The crown of your head's going to reach forward. From here, inhale, extend the right arm out to the side. And then exhale, thread the right arm through the left, come onto the right shoulder. Then if you're here, you can extend the left toes to the back of the mat, plug them into the floor. Take a moment, notice how your balance is shifting, and then maybe you're able to reach the left arm up. Maybe you can reach it behind, find your hip crease or your low back. And then if you're here, and when you're here, you can then begin to float those left toes, flexing the left foot. And then lower the left toes down, the left knee to meet the right, unbind your left hand, then unthread your left arm. Then come back, wagging out the hips. Taking a moment here to get situated again in the tabletop position. Then inhale, left arm's gonna come out and up. And then exhale, thread it through the right. Come on to that left shoulder. Reach the right toes to the back of the mat. Find your balance.
And then maybe the right arm comes up and behind for your low back or your hip crease. Notice your balance here, and then you can maybe begin to float those right toes, flexing through the right foot. And then right toes come down, right knee to meet the left. Unbind the right hand, push through the right hand to unthread the left arm. Okay, then come back into your tabletop position, right? So the crown of your head's reaching forward, sits bones are reaching towards the back. From here, extend the right toes to the back of the mat and push back to that back heel. Feel the activation of that right leg, And then reach the left arm out in front of you. Again, point strong through the fingertips. Find your balance, and then begin to float those right toes. Flex through the back foot. Inhale. And exhale. And then the left hand comes down, the right knee to meet the left. Take a moment here. And then extend the left toes to the back of the mat, push back to the back leg. Reach the right arm out in front of you. And then begin to lift the left foot, flex through the foot. Continue to breathe. And then lower the right hand down and the left knee to meet the right. From here, bring the knees into touch. Feet are coming into touch. Keep the hips stacked over the hips, and then begin to walk your hands out as you lower your chest down. So hips are stacked over the knees, lowering your chest down. This can be a bit of a shoulder stretch, so listen to your body and let your breath guide you into it. Maybe you start by coming onto the forearms and then lowering yourself down. One more inhale. And then exhale, walk your hands back, come back into your tabletop position. Tuck your back toes and lift up and back into your downward facing dog. Now take a few moments here to get settled into your down dog. Maybe you begin to pedal out the feet, move around from side to side. Just get yourself situated, settled. And then when you're ready, you can begin to find stillness. Take 3 full inhales and exhales. And then you can begin to slowly and carefully walk your feet to meet your hands at the top of your mat and fold over your legs. Here you can put a soft bend in the knees. You can grab opposite elbows. Maybe you just begin to sway from side to side. Maybe you begin to shake the head from side to side, up and down and all around. Then find stillness. Bend your knees as much as you need to release your clasp. Bring your hands down to the floor. Take a full inhale and exhale. And then inhale slowly. Begin to roll yourself up to stand. Crown of your head is going to be the last to rise. Coming into your Tadasana. So check in with your mountain pose. Make sure that your feet are spread about hips distance apart. Shoulders are on the back and your palms are facing forward. Take a moment here. Settle into this grounding pose. And then inhale, reach the arms out and up. And then exhale, dive a long spine forward, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, crown of your head reaches forward. And then exhale, fold. Inhale your arms out and up. And then exhale your arms alongside the body. Inhale your arms out and up. And then exhale, dive over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. Inhale your arms out and up.
And exhale your arms alongside the body. Okay, from here, inhale, reach the arms out and up. Clasp your hands and then flex your wrists towards the ceiling. Full inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Exhale, release the clasp of your hands and fold over your legs. Inhale, step the right leg back to a lunge. Then exhale, step the left leg back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. And then exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, forward, find your baby cobra, roll your shoulders back to help lift your chest. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, right leg's gonna come in the air. Then exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, left foot's gonna meet the right. Fold over your legs. Inhale your arms out and up. Exhale, arms alongside the body. Okay, good. Now inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, dive over your legs. Inhale, step the left leg back to a lunge. Exhale, right leg steps back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. And then exhale, lower your knees, then your chest and your chin. Hug your elbows in towards the ribs. Inhale, forward, find your baby cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, left leg lifts in the air. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, step the right foot to meet the left, fold over your legs. Inhale your arms out and up. And then exhale, arms alongside the body. Take a moment here. At any time during the practice, if you need a break or a child's pose, a sip of water, just pause the video, take a seat, take whatever it is that you need. As I needed water. All right, so come back to the top of your mat in your Tadasana. Inhale, arms come out and up. Exhale, dive over your legs. Inhale, step the right leg back to a lunge, and then lower that right knee down to the mat. Creep your hands up your left thigh. Here you can begin to sink the hips forward, maybe a little more. And then reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Notice here how you feel. It's going to be a bit of a hip opener. Listen to your body. You don't want to crunch too much into the lower back here. Strong through the arms, bring the palms together, bend the elbows, fingers point back. One more inhale. And then exhale, arms come up. And then place them down, frame the foot. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, step back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale. Come forward to a plank. And then exhale, lower your knees and your chest and your chin. Inhale forward to your cobra or your baby cobra. And then exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes in the air. And then exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Then exhale, step the left foot to meet the right, fold over your legs. Inhale your arms out and up. Exhale, arms alongside the body. Okay, take a moment here again. Then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive over your legs. Inhale, step the left leg back to a lunge. Then exhale, lower the left knee down to the mat. Creep your hands up your right thigh. Notice your balance. Begin to sink your hips forward just a little more. And then reach the arms up alongside the ears. Continue to breathe. Then bring the palms together, bend the elbows, fingers are pointing back. One more inhale, arms come up. And then exhale, frame the foot. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, step back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here in your down dog. Full inhale and exhale. And then inhale, come forward to a plank. And then exhale, lower your knees, then your chest and your chin. Inhale forward, baby cobra, cobra. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg's gonna come in the air. Then exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Then exhale, step the right foot to meet the left, fold over your legs. Inhale, your arms out and up. And then exhale, arms alongside the body. Okay, good. All right, so for our next part, I want you to feel grounding activation in this left leg. So maybe you lift all 5 of the toes, and then one by one, plug them into the floor. Then bring that right knee into your chest. And just take a moment here. Notice your balance. Notice how you feel. Maybe you reach the left arm out. Inhale. And then exhale, step the right leg back into a high lunge. Right, so place your hands on your hips. Check in, make sure that your hips are squared. You want your left knee stacked over your ankle, not in front of it. Then you can reach the arms up. Good, feel the activation of that back leg. And bring your palms together in front of your heart center. Inhale. And then exhale, begin to twist towards the left, hugging that right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. You don't want to put too much weight onto the left thigh, so you really want to engage the core muscles here to help you. You're strong through the back leg, pushing the palms together. If this is not available, you could bring the right hand down, the left hand up. Maybe if you have a block available. One more breath. And then inhale, come back to your high lunge. Reach the arms up one more time. And then exhale, plant the hands down and step back to downward facing dog. Good. Then inhale, come forward to a plank. Push through the hands, keep the hips lifted. And then option here to lower knees, chest and chin, or chaturanga. Shift the weight forward, bend the elbows halfway. Then inhale, sweep through, find your back bend. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes in the air. And then exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Lengthen the spine. Then on the exhale, step the left foot to meet the right, fold over your legs. Take a full inhale. And exhale. Then inhale, arms come out and up. Then exhale, arms alongside the body. All right, sweet. So now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So lift all 5 of those right toes off. And then one by one, plug them down into the floor. Feel the activation here in this grounded leg. And then bring the left knee into your chest. Notice your balance. Continue to breathe, reach the right arm out. Good, inhale. Exhale, step that left leg back into your high lunge. Right, so you're coming onto the ball of the left foot, nice bend in the front knee. Hands come onto the hips first. Find your alignment. Notice if your hips are squared. Then reach the arms up. One more inhale. And then bring the palms together in front of your heart center. Inhale. And then exhale, begin to twist towards the right. This time hooking the left elbow to the outside of that right thigh, that right knee.
right? And again, if this is not available, you can always bring the left hand down, the right hand up. You find the right variation of a twist that's good for you. Engage those core muscles. One more inhale. And then come back through center. Whoa, almost lost my balance. And then once more, reach the arms up. And then exhale, plant the hands down. And then step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Good. And then inhale, left leg's gonna come in the air. Then exhale, step the left foot in front of the hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Then step your right foot to meet your left, fold over your legs. Inhale the arms out and up. And then exhale, arms alongside the body. All right, shake it out. Take a sip of water. My mouth is dry again. And then standing at the top of your mat. Maybe you turn the toes in to face one another or bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, sit back, Utkatasana, bend the knees, arms come up. Maybe you sit back even more. Chair pose. Favorite one here. And then exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, make your way into a downward facing dog. Take a full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, right leg comes in the air. Bend the knee and open the hip, stacking the right hip on top of the left. Gaze underneath that left shoulder. Maybe take some ankle circles. Then extend the right leg long in back of you. Inhale. And then exhale, step the right foot in between your hands. Spin the left heel down parallel to the back of your mat. And then cartwheel, open your hands. Warrior two. Good, so here your shoulders are stacked over your hips. You're strong through the arms, gazing over the right fingertips. Good, one more inhale. And exhale, begin to flip the right palm and tip back and over into your peaceful warrior. Option to take the left hand behind for half a bind. Gazing up over that right arm. Then inhale, reach the arms out. Back into our warrior two, gazing over those right fingertips. And then lengthen the right leg. Turn the toes to face the side of your mat. Hands come onto your hips. Inhale. And then as you exhale, begin to fold over your legs, coming into your wide-legged fold. If your hands don't come down to the floor, maybe you put a bend in your knees. If you have a block or a book available, you find the wide-legged fold that's right for you. And then use this time to come back to your breath, focus in on the body. One more inhale. And then on the exhale, bend the left knee, turn all 10 toes to face the back of your mat, and then step your right foot to meet your left, fold over your legs. Good, again, another full inhale. And exhale. Then inhale, sit back, Utkatasana, chair pose. All right, sink back, sit back even more. Feel how grounded you are from all four corners of both feet. And then exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, find your way into a downward facing dog. Get settled into your dog, a full inhale and exhale. Then inhale, left leg's gonna come in the air. Bend the knee and open the hip. Stacking the left hip on top of the right. Again, looking under that right shoulder, you can take some ankle circles. Then extend the left leg long behind you. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot in between your hands. Spin the right heel down parallel to the back of the mat. And then cartwheel, open your hands, warrior two. Gazing up over the left fingertips this time. Making sure that the knee is not in front of the ankle. One more inhale. And then exhale, flip the left palm up and tip back and over into your peaceful. Option to take that right hand behind for half a bind. And float the arms back out, warrior two. Lengthen the left leg. Turn the toes to face the side of your mat. Hands come on the hips to start. Inhale. And then exhale, begin to fold over the legs, coming into your wide-legged fold again. And then again, use this time to reconnect again with the breath, slowing the breathing down. One more inhale. Then as you exhale, begin to bend the knees as you heel toe the feet together. Right? So now come into this fold in the middle of your mat. And then slowly and carefully begin to roll up to stand. Tadasana. Okay, so not sure which way you're facing, but turn around, face the camera, and then come like we are, Tadasana in the middle of your mat, right? So check in here, just make sure that, again, your feet are about hip distance apart, palms are facing forward, feel the shoulders on the back. Just take a moment to appreciate this pose, your mountain pose, your Tadasana pose. Then from here, begin to ground down to the entire right foot. So what we did before, lift all 5 of the toes off of the mat, and then one by one, plug them down into the mat. Feel that activation, that grounding activation of this whole right foot. And then come onto the ball of your left foot, and then bring that left knee into your chest. Okay, notice your balance. Find a gaze point in front of you that's not moving. And then reach that right arm out. Good. Anytime you come out of a balance, just make your way right back into it. So from here, you can take your left foot, and you can either come onto the ball of your left foot, you can place your left foot onto your calf, or you can place your left foot onto the inner right thigh. You don't want to place it anywhere on the knee joint or on the kneecap. You want to make sure your hips are squared, so if you feel your left hip kind of popping up, maybe move it back down. Notice here how you feel, notice the balance, notice the grounding. And then maybe you're able to reach your arms up. Maybe you bring your hands together in front of your heart center. Maybe you bring your palms together overhead. You find a tree pose that works with you. Maybe you lift the gaze slightly as the fingers begin to point up, your branches begin to grow. And bring your hands back down into your heart center. Bring the left knee back into the chest, and then place the foot down. And there's your tree pose. So, if you don't feel comfortable doing a standing balance in the middle of your mat, maybe if you have wall space available, you can stand in front of a wall, next to a wall, anywhere that you feel more supported. But if you're here and you're with me, we're going to go ahead and go on the other side now. So, pick the left toes off of the mat, and then one by one, plug them into the floor. Come onto the ball of that right foot. Okay, again, notice here how one side may not be the same as the other. And then take the right foot into the chest. Notice your balance here. Reach that left arm out. Good, and then find your tree variation. You can come onto the ball of the foot. You can place the foot on the calf, or bring the foot all the way into that inner thigh. Okay, but again, not every side is the same. as you can tell with me. Place your hands on your hips to make sure that they're squared forward. And if the right hip's popping up, pop it back down. Right, and then bring your hands to heart center to start. Find that gaze point ahead of you. And then maybe you're able to reach the arms up, lift the gaze, bring the palms together overhead. And notice that activation here. Not only of that entire grounding foot, but notice your core being engaged. Notice your arms working, the shoulders coming up on the back as you lift the arms. It's a whole body pose, a nice calm grounding pose. And bring the palms back together in front of your heart center. Take another inhale. And exhale. Bring the knee back into the chest and then lower it down carefully. And shake it out. And then everybody take this moment to come to a comfortable seat. Again, you can take a sip of water, take a child's pose. Use this time to just settle back into that breath. Maybe you're taking a child's pose or a comfortable seat. Focus back in, matching the inhales and the exhales. And then if you're in the child's pose, begin to come back up onto the hands into a tabletop position. Tuck the back toes, lift your hips up and back, find a downward dog. Get settled into this down dog. Inhale, right leg comes in the air. Then exhale, bring the right knee into the chest. Place the shin down on a diagonal. Begin to flex the right foot. Then take a moment, look behind as we set up for pigeon. Make sure that the left leg is parallel. If your hips don't come down comfortably to the floor, maybe you have a block or a blanket that you can place underneath. But if you're here, maybe begin to walk the hands out as you fold over the front leg. You want to keep the right foot flexed to protect the knee. Maybe you come on to your forearms or onto blocks. You listen to your body and you find the pigeon pose that works for you. You notice that maybe your hips are beginning to fall towards the right. Maybe you bring them back to center, square them off. And follow your breath again, breathing. It's going to be a bit of a stretch for your hips. So listen to your body and listen to how you feel. Be where you are, not where you think you should be. And then one more inhale. And then on the exhale, begin to walk your hands back up to sit. Tuck the left toes, lift that left knee, and then step the right foot back, find your down dog again. And then inhale, left leg's gonna come in the air. And then exhale, bring the left knee into the chest, and then place the shin down on a diagonal. Flex through the left foot, look back at the right leg, make sure that it's parallel, square the hips forward. Inhale, and then exhale, begin to walk the front body down again. If you notice that your hips start to maybe fall towards the left, like mine just did, bring them back to center. And again, if you need a blocker, blanket to go underneath your hips, place one there. And then find the fold that works for you. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, begin to walk the hands back up to sit. And then if you're able, see if you can swing that right leg around. It's got tongue tied. Plant the soles of your feet into your mat. And then slowly begin to make your way back onto your back. Maybe you bring the heels in a little closer to your bottom. Plant the arms alongside the body. Palms are planted into the mat. And then inhale, push through your feet, lift your hips, come up into your bridge pose. We're still engaged here, the belly's still strong. If you notice that your knees start to splay out to the sides, maybe bring them in closer towards one another. You don't want the knees touching, but you want that activation here so that they're not wider than the hips. So keep that in mind. And then exhale, lower the hips back down. And then again, inhale, push through the feet, lift the hips. And then exhale, lower all the way back down. Good. Then this time, inhale, push through push through the feet to lift your hips. Snuggle your shoulders underneath, if available, to give you more of a lift. Maybe you clasp your hands at your low back. And breathe. And then exhale, lower all the way back down. Bring your knees into your chest, and then just rock from side to side. Massaging out the low back and our hips. And then next time you rock towards the left, lower your knees down. Bring your gaze to the right. You can open your arms out like a T, or you could take cactus or goddess arms. You want to make sure that your shoulders are melted into your mat. One more inhale and exhale. And then inhale, bring the knees back through center. And then lower them over to the right, bringing your gaze to the left. And you can find the arm variation that works for you. Whether you want them out like a T, or you could bend the elbows for cactus or goddess arms. Just keep the shoulders melted into the floor. And then inhale, bring the knees back through center. And then exhale, lower the feet down, extend the legs long on the mat. Reach your arms up overhead. Inhale. Then exhale, begin to walk upper and lower body over to the right. Maybe you take your left ankle, cross it over the right. You can take a hold of your wrist. Again, keep those shoulders melted into the mat. You don't want to be peeling off. And then inhale, walk yourself back through center, and then over to the left. This time seeing if you can cross your right ankle over your left, taking a hold of the opposite wrist. And then walk the body back through center. Bring the knees into the chest again. Take a hold of your kneecaps and just take some circles. Moving from side to side. And then reverse the circles, go in the opposite direction. Open the knees out to the sides. Maybe you're able to take a hold of your ankles, be outside of your feet. Maybe you could do a yogi toe lock. Again, keep those shoulders melted in. You don't want your neck or your head peeling off of the mat for your happy baby. And then sometimes I like to rock from side to side in this pose too, just because I like how it makes my hips and my lower back feel. You can find stillness or rock. Do what feels right for you. Sometimes I like to bring the soles of my feet together and I kind of hold them close to me, feeling that stretch also. And then you can begin to take any last movements that your body may need before you get ready for Shavasana. Or if you're ready, you can just extend the legs long on the mat. Let the feet fall out towards the sides. Your palms can come down. Fingers are pointing towards your heels. Palms can be up for a more receiving effect, or you can place them down to ground yourself more. You do what feels right for you. Give yourself a full body scan here, just becoming aware of how you feel now compared to when you first started class. And then just begin to relax the legs, work your way up to the hips, let them sink down into your mat. Work your way up the back, your shoulders, your arms, your fingers. Just focus inwards on your breath, your breathing, coming back to your inhales and your exhales. So relax the crease between your eyes, relax your jaw, and maybe let your lips part open. And then begin to allow small movements back into the body, wiggling your fingers and your toes. You can reach your arms up overhead, giving yourself a full body stretch. And then bring the knees into your chest, and then carefully roll onto one side of your body. Maybe here you hold your Shavasana for another minute or so. And then when you're ready, you can make your way up into a comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart center. All of the love and light inside of me honors all of the love and light inside of you. So thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.